Hell's Paradise Season 2 is here, and Gabimaru is back, my ninja!
What did he say?
Will he and the gang finally find the elixir of immortality? Are they now strong enough to fight back against the gender-bending gods of the island? And most importantly, who will die and who will survive? So, it's been 2 days in the story since the 10 criminals and 10 Azemon got sent to the weird-ass island, and no one on the mainland has received any emails yet. And their boss, aka the Shogun, was losing his thin-ass patience, so he started to send some backup. The crazy ninjas from Gabimaru's village, and of course, the top 4 employees of the Azemon company, led by none other than their current CEO, Shugen. And even though bro cries a lot, bro is him. But before they could pull up on the island, Sagiri and the gang were all alive and well, wearing their new drip, and started talking about their new plan. And while all this was happening, our boy Gabimaru was having a hard time remembering shit. Bro had amnesia. He had no idea why he's on the island, can't remember the mission, can't even remember his waifu or if he even had one. But as he was trying his hardest to remember anything, Chob and his femboy bro spawned out of nowhere and started throwing hands. Gabimaru of course started doing his ninjutsu tricks, but whatever he did, Chob just kept spamming a reverse curse technique. This is also the part where Fuchi realized that Toma and Chob were actually brothers, and Toma had already betrayed the Azemon. Well, he was never really loyal in the first place. Now Mr. Pretty Boy started swinging his sword at Mustache Man because Toma thought this guy was weak because he already lost his hand. Psych! Gantetsusai whooped Toma's ass easily. Bro didn't even pull his sword and started trash talking. Meanwhile, Gabimaru was really having a tough time. Bro got nerfed so hard that he can no longer use Tao. So with his cheeks getting clapped by Chob constantly, he started using his fire bending skills to kill Chob and also yeet himself. Our MC got so hot that Chob couldn't even regenerate. Then Gabi was like, nah, I'd win. Bro started yapping that a ninja's life did not matter because he thinks he's single. Since Chob has his little bro, our boy thinks Chob will not win because he's got something to lose. But that had the opposite effect on Chob because now that he's got something to lose, bro slowly transforms into venom. Now Gabimaru's life is in even more danger, and since he can't remember shit and can't use Tao, he knows he can't win. And with this transformation, Chobei's mind starts slipping into darkness, while his femboy bro finally understands that Chob has been fighting for his sake and tries to pull him back before he fully loses himself. But Chob keeps rampaging until he realizes he's been hurting Toma without even noticing. As Toma tries to snap him back to his senses, Gabimaru spots an opening and tries to attack, but Mei stops him. She throws herself between them to prevent Gabimaru from spending his final energy. Chob shoves Toma aside, tells him to wait for him, and falls into the valley. Gantetsusai and Fuchi stare in disbelief at what Mei just did, and they were shocked to see that Mei is now a baddie. Now, inside Horai, Sagiri and the gang were caught by the strange beauty of the place they were in. But when they reach the gate, they find Fuchi, Gantetsusai, Mei, Toma, and of course, Gabimaru. But Hoko's 1,000-year-old tree brain can barely process what the F is happening, because they couldn't believe these guys are so strong that they defeated a bunch of monsters, captured a servant of the gender-bending gods, and even defeated an actual Tensen. Hoko is now convinced that these people will definitely change the island. After hearing that Senta died, Fuchi stands at his grave and starts crying. Turns out they were really good friends. Poor guy. While Shion is being sentimental about how there are only a few of them left, Gantetsusai dismisses the sentiment. He points to Toma as a traitor and offers to deal with him, but Sagiri steps in and says Toma is not a threat. Yuzuriha cuts their beef and tells them that Gabi is dying. So Fuchi enters the scene, still with tears on his face, and admits he did everything he could to patch up Gabimaru, but the damage goes deeper than the body. Now our boy finally wakes up, and Sagiri wants to examine him, but Gabimaru insists he's fine. That's when Sagiri realizes this isn't the Gabimaru she knows. Bro even tries to kill her, but Shion and Fuchi block him. Sagiri explains that Gabimaru lost his memories after draining too much Tao. Shion confirms it by sensing Gabimaru's Tao and recognizing that his soul itself is damaged. Sagiri tries to use Talk no Jutsu, but that doesn't work either, so she starts riding him instead. And Gantetsusai is confused. Bro is thinking, is this Bocho Jutsu? AKA Segzu? Mei blushes, saying it feels similar but not the same. Little by little, Gabimaru's Tao comes back, along with his memories. Now the gang relocates to a cave Gantetsusai found as their hideout, and Gabimaru is finally back to his old self. Bro even recalls that he actually fought one of the Tensen. Yuzuriha argues again that their best move is to escape, but Gabimaru refuses. He says he really needs the pardon because that's his only way to finally live with his wife. Yuzuriha, of course, starts clapping back with just a theory, a film theory, that his wife might be an illusion created by his village chief. Gabimaru gets shocked by this, but insists he ain't no virgin. And as proof, Bro starts glazing his wife and finally says her name, Yui. And to confirm that she really exists, he has to return home. So everyone is really impressed by Gabimaru's loyalty. Even Gantetsusai is starting to like our boy. Meanwhile, Chobi manages to survive, but he's found by a group of Soshin and starts using them as practice dummies for his Tao. He easily solos them and even eats some of them, but someone appears out of nowhere, and it's the purple gender-bending Tensen leader, Rien, asking Chobe if he's the guy who killed Mudan. Uh-oh, he is cooked. Will Bro survive, or are they about to do something freaky? So subscribe to find out. Bye-bye!